5 racers have now been beaten in Midnight Club 2. And that's if you include Diego, who we beat in our last segment. So, now we're going to use Angel's car, which is, by the way, the Interna. And it's also pretty cool to know that we do get subheadings underneath for every car we unlock. And yes, I am going to drive this thing in black, because, well, I've not driven a car in black yet. And so, this is where things are really going to start to get interesting, because, well, for these next couple of races, we are going to be racing bikes as well as racing cars in this next segment. And basically what we need to do is we need to go and find Gina. And now I am going to tailgate Gina. I should also mention, this car has a bit more acceleration compared to the Bestia, and weight, by the way, is not quite as much of a problem either, because, well, I did just get out of driving a hot rod, so technically speaking, you more or less know weight is going to be involved, especially if you saw how big that supercharged motor was under the hood. Anyways, yeah, very much a hot rod motor, I might add.
Come on, ugly boy. We can make this work.
Well, at least I can say the street racers in this game do actually give you time to catch up to them when you want to race them. And at the moment, things are actually going pretty well. And trying to methodically work my way through the traffic. And also trying not to choke too much whilst I do it. And just gotta stay with her. Okay, let's now move over to the cutscene.
This one looks good from the outside. Let's see if the little baby can handle his ride. You ready, mister?
Gina, by the way, will also be useful to us later on in the game.
That is super intense, dude. Those people are flying.
Yeah, by the way, I should also mention the burnout does help you to immediately get a boost off the line in this game, which I think is useful.
What the hell was that? Did you see those bikers? They just tore through the glass. Idiots.
Okay, so attempt number 3 here, because, well, apparently there might be failing to downshift in this car. It does cost you dearly in terms of both acceleration and speed. In other words, you will basically get a big L to the AI. Although I'm going to assume the other reason why I lost that race as well, because I basically landed, but then afterwards, because of how deep the floor underneath is, I basically flipped it. But either way, doing a better job than I was doing before. Okay, that was... Okay, that was... a bit reckless, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Why don't you put them in their place, Tiger? I know you can do it.
But either way, I did manage to beat Gina in the end. And now, let's now continue the career.
It was fun to have this man be so dominating, even if he does look like that.
Hey there, jockey. Ready for another go?
I think this is where we're racing the motorcycles. And yep, we are racing motorcycles. Okay.
This is it. 3, 2, 1, go!
And I actually managed to get a good start right off the launch.
Come on, give it everything you got.
And I just hit a tree. Oh well. There's still plenty of time to catch up to these bikers.
On go. 6, 3, 2, 1, go!
Did I mention these motorcyclists are a pain in my ass?
Everything you got.
In other words, these motorcyclists are pretty hard to beat. Unless you can manage to go almost mistake-free. Because in terms of acceleration and braking, they've pretty much got me nailed to the wall. But if it comes to cornering, however, I do have some advantage. Which I think is a good thing. Anyways. Not doing too badly at the moment. And
Come on, you're almost there.
it looks as though this might be where I have a shot, but I'm not gonna point any fingers until I'm absolutely certain. And just going to use my shot of nitrous here. This seems to be the best place where I can manage to build up an interval, and some people there basically running for their lives, but fortunately I didn't hit either of them. And now I just gotta make sure I go mistake free. If I can manage to not hit anything. And, okay, keep it smooth, don't hit anything, okay.
Way to go, Tiger. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
And the name of the vehicle we just won is called the Cohete. So, Gina, by the way, was edging us on. So we have beaten Moro, who was the boss on the Cohete. Erica was third, followed by Hunter, and then it was Dawn who finished in 5th. And I'm now going to continue the career mode here by getting on with our next race.
Weight transfer is the key to using the bike effectively. Use it while pulling back to do a wheelie, or while pressing forward to duck down and reduce wind resistance. Either way, you'll get a boost in speed. You can also use it when you need to make sharp turns without losing much speed. If you can master these techniques, nobody will be able to touch you.
Thanks, Gina, that is very helpful. Hey, Gina here. try out that bike you just won. Ride to the checkpoint and back, trying all the cool moves you can do with the weight transfer. Okay, so this is a trial run.
Hit the checkpoint on the other end of the city, then meet me back here in time for the start of the next race. Show me what you can do.
I will, yo. Hopefully. Anyways. So we now have the Kohiti. I'm going to assume this bike must be based on a Honda CBR, or one of the Honda CBR models, as I just immediately slam into a median and basically kill myself, because obviously with a bike you're much more vulnerable.
To make sharp turns without losing much speed, use weight transfer while turning.
This is also the first time ever that I've actually ridden a motorcycle in any racing game. Okay, I'm not going down here. Well, good thing I get given plenty of time to ride over to the checkpoint and back again, which I think is a relief. But anyway.
Hey, John, forget backing up on the bike. Just burn out while turning sharply to turn your bike around and get going in the right direction.
I'm not doing too badly at this stage. I take it back. I should also mention, this bike is not equipped with nitrous, presumably because, well, I don't think we need nitrous. Judging by how much acceleration this vehicle gets. And this is also the first time that I've actually ridden a bike in a video game. As in, it's literally the first time ever, and it's quite literally taken me 24 games in my revived YouTube stint to officially do the two-wheelers. Alright, over to the next cutscene. Actually, on second thoughts, I will get some thumbnail images whilst I'm here. Just to try and see what I can get here. Let's see if I can get some reasonable shots of the Kohiti. If you just heard a creak, that was basically me moving my desk chair forwards. Didn't really do my best efforts on this attempt because, well, I did crash a lot, but I am glad to say I did get plenty of time here to get all the way over to the checkpoint and back again. So, time itself isn't too much of an issue if you can manage to not make too many mistakes, because, well, I did make rather a lot of mistakes on this run. But it's okay because I'm not getting very many shots of this thing. At least not many decent shots, judging by what I can see so far. Okay, I think I'll take this a little bit further, and then I think we'll be done. Not getting many up-close shots of this thing. Okay, that was a little bit too close. Okay, I think that will do it for our thumbnail evidence. Let's move on.
Come on, Gina. This is for real now. You gotta find the right groove.
This is it! For the pink slips!
Maybe
Straight
if you had a
racing
better
term.
car, you would stand more of a chance. How it is now, you have none.
Because street racing in real life is obviously illegal. Anyways, let's get on with our next race. As I am starting just behind Gina, but either way, immediately maneuvering back up into second position before I hit a delivery truck. And basically the rest of the field just follows me. I should have used a burnout there to get back up to speed. Although, I don't think that matters too much because I will basically be back up to speed pretty quickly with the front of the field because, well, this thing is quick. And when I say quick, I mean quick. Because it will help you to catch back up to the leaders rather quickly. So Gina is currently leading, but I am looking to see if I can manage to retake the lead. I shifted down into 5th there purely by mistake, and now right alongside Gina and briefly up into the lead before I go straight into a bus. In other words, I overshot the corner and went straight into a bus. Anyways, continuing my run. It's gone pretty well so far. I missed all the mistakes. But at least I can say I'm not too far from Gina. And if she chokes again, then that will probably be my time to slot ahead of her. Although she is running pretty good at the moment, so we'll just wait and see. Anyways, catching up slowly to Gina, making sure I did not miss that checkpoint, and gotta make sure I follow her for the jump. I know that's where she's gonna head. And oh, I just got her. Oh my god. I did not think I was going to win this race first try. Holy shit. I literally beat her in midair. Did not think that was going to happen, but it somehow did. I won that race by 0.04 of a second over Gina. And we had the rest of the field. With Tread completing the top 3 over Dawn, Erica and Hunter. Anyways, let's continue with the career mode.
I can't believe I have to say goodbye to my wheels. But this guy really rocks. Maybe I can set him up with a couple of deals.
Stay cool, baby!
As I said before, Gina will be helpful to us later on in the game. And now we have just one racer left, and that racer is Hector. And then I think afterwards we'll be going up against the city champion of LA. Anyways. So this is the first vehicle we win. It's called the Cohete. Also the first time I have officially used a motorcycle in any racing game, which is pretty cool. Midnight Club 2 did start this trend, and it's basically stuck with the series ever since. The usage of both cars and motorbikes. And as a result of beating Gina, we get the City Turbo, which is basically an upgraded version of the car we won from Moses. Alrighty, that is all very, very nice, and we are now 21.3% complete with this game. So in other words, we are almost a quarter of the way there. Anyways, Hector is our next opponent in Midnight Club 2. Coming in the next episode.